Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and his son Yahushua HaMashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 30th of November 2023. The time is 11:32 a.m. Eastern Time. And let me just do a trade recap here on my trade on ES futures. Let's see here. Starting off with the higher time frame, I used the 1 hour chart to kind of break down my Wyckoff theory analysis. So if you looked at the previous videos, we had the buying climax here. This is an upthrust from the 22nd. This is another upthrust here from the 28th. Today we have another upthrust. Let's just hold on. Hold on, let me just label that real quick. Actually, I could label this something else. This is like a... You know what? I'll have to do that some other time. Let me just take this off because I think I'll have to label that something else compared to like a upthrust. That's more like I think it's not a thermal shakeout, but anyway, I'll get back to you on that. So we had this upthrust here, which is like a false breakout at this level here. So within the Wyckoff theory, when you have a false breakout, it's now suggesting that when it breaks back into the range like it has right now, let me just point that out. So we broke back into the range. The top of the range is the buying climax, which is at which was set on the 20th, right? So that's the buying climax right there. And once we break back into that range, so we're getting back to these lower points of support, and possibly we're gonna get back to the automatic reaction, which is the bottom of the range, right? So I'm kind of looking for that to happen this week.
Stocks run ES.
And pointing out again, this is the weekly value area high here at 45.80.50, and the value area low is at 45. Let's see here. Let me make sure. 1 second. Right, so that's at 45.48.75, right? So we're coming back here to test the value area low, and let's see if we're gonna break that, and then we're gonna hit the test here, which was set on the 28th. And if we break that as well, then the next stop here would be the automatic reaction. So within the theory here, if this is reaccumulation, we're supposed to get follow through. This was supposed to be phase C into phase D, get the breakout. Let me use the arrows. Hold on. Right, so we supposed to get the breakout from here, right? Creating phase C. When we get the breakout and a retest, we're supposed to like retest right here, not like it did with a false breakout. So we're supposed to get a retest here and then go into phase D and phase E for the trend up, right? So now this is a false breakout here, and this is looking more like a redistribution or a distribution, right? Because for this weakness to happen here, and as you can see, that's looking kind of like a head and shoulders pattern with this this top right here, that's the head. So one shoulder right here, that's the head, another shoulder, and we get the cascade down, right? So I don't really use those head and shoulder patterns. I'm looking at it from a different perspective, right? But just to point out that that looks kind of like a head and shoulder pattern, right? So when we get a false breakout in what seems to be a reaccumulation, it's kind of leaning towards now being a distribution, right? So all this could be like taking profit, and we'll probably start breaking these lows. But to confirm that is a redistribution, we have to break this level here at 45.37, get a retest, and then head lower, right? So that's what I'm kind of leaning to. When I was looking at this setup here, I was starting to think from this one here, this upthrust, when we got this pullback, I was thinking, okay, we're gonna get the bullish run, but looking at the value area high, I was thinking maybe we could possibly get like a false breakout, and we actually did get the false breakout. So with that in mind, let me just point out how I set up my trade today. right? So this here is the value area high, which is that purple line. Is kind of behind this uptrust line right here, but you can see that's at 45.7725. The uptrust is at 45.7725 as well, right? So we came up here, we tested the value area high, and then we started to, and this was caused by some news. So some news came out at 8:30. I forgot what the news was. I think it was jobless claims. Not really sure. But the news affected it like that. So we had the bullish. This candle here was the news candle. We had some volatility, and then we got this rejection here, and then we started to sell off, right? So when we started to sell off, that's when I started to go short, right? So I basically went short all the way down to let's see here. It's really at yesterday's low where price started to get support, right? So yesterday's low was at 45.55.50, and as you can see, price started to kind of get a bounce from there, right? So this could be like a little accumulation here to maybe make a little run up to test the buying climax again up at this level here, but right now it's looking pretty weak. But when with all the profits I got from all these shorts here, you can see I'm going short. Let me point that out. You see all those red arrows right there. So just going short, adding to the position, taking profit at certain intervals, right? And eventually ran into this yesterday's low, so took some profit here, and I actually got incurred some losses here as well, where I was looking for continuation, and then had to give back some because it kept bouncing up, right? So we kept getting this bounce here from yesterday's low and a little below that. So
Stops
I
run
gave back
yes.
some of the profit
Stops run
there
yes.
on that trade, but it was really a good trade though. So it was a good day. Let me just go to the execution platform. Let's see here. And these are the trades here, right? It's a lot of entries and add-ons and stuff like that adding to the position. So I'm not really going through all of these here, but you can see the shorts happening here, right? So shorten it here, took profit here, short again, took profit, short. Let me just use the arrow, right? So took profit here, went short again, took profit, went short, took profit here, went short, got the break, took off some, went short again, and basically just came back down here and started to get a little chopped up, right? Because this was around yesterday's low. So got a little chopped up here, but eventually came out on top, you know. So I think I gave back like about 400 from this right here. So you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? When you see prices starting to change character right here, where it's not cascading anymore, it's a good indication to kind of like just stop fighting it and maybe just wait for a real break of yesterday's low, which let's see what current price is doing right now. So right now we're back down here at roughly 45.52.50. So it's getting buying support coming in here because it's not really moving down as with the momentum anymore. So I guess all on top of this range here, 45.65 is good places to short, right? When you see these kind of setups here where you get this rejection, it's a good place to short. But looking for continuation below the range is a little risky compared to like what's actually happening, you know, because we keep getting support here at this the bottom of this range here, right? So let me just switch over to Bookmap. All right, let's see 8:30. All right, so I actually took some paper trades simultaneously on Bookmap as well, just to point that out. So this is the value area high up here. As you can see, got the rejection here, started moving down. Maybe I should put that in a different color. Let's see if this will look better. I think that's a little brighter. Hold on. Let's see how white looks. Not sure how that's coming across on the screen though. Let's see anything brighter, maybe yellow. Anyway, I think you could see the red. So this is one of the entries here on the paper trade. Took profit here, went short again, went short at the bottom here. It pulled back, added to the position here. You can see those purple arrows. Let's see if I could make this a little bigger. Right, so moving across here, we're at the market profile. This is the lower puck, so we're at the point of control area, and we started to get a little bit of buying around here, but still some rejection here at this upper puck level. So every time we broke down, I kind of added to the position. You can see that right there. Right, so added right there. And just continued, added here again. Right at, you can see that execution right there. Right, moving across, we're breaking down the lower puck. Coming back up, testing the upper puck again. Let's see where I added again. Right, so I actually took profits here because of the rotation that was happening, right? Because this little rotation right there, I was just being cautious and take profit at the bottom of the range there. And this is just paper trades, so I could show you while I'm narrating on Bookmap to have like a little idea of where I actually make trades and why I'm making the trade, right? So you can see here we tested upper puck again, right? Just below there we had the failure, another retest, a lower high, went short on the breakdown, right? You can see the execution right there. Right, had the pullback, came back down, entered again, added to the position. Then we had the nice cascade down to value area low. You can see value area low is right there. Let me point that out. Right, 45.6150. And price started to rotate around this value area low area until we got the breakdown here. So moving down, we moved down to the yesterday's low. And this is basically, let's see what time that was, 9:40. All right. We came back here, added to the position here again. At the breakdown of yesterday's close, you can see yesterday's close is right here at let's see, roughly 45.59.25, somewhere around there. So I added to the position here again, came back down into yesterday's low, added to the position on the break of it, got the pullback, and I stopped out here, right? So when we pull back, we tested yesterday's close again at the break here, added to the position, right? So you can see I'm reading the order flow at certain positions. When we lose that, when we get that rejection and we break structure, we get this retest. Let me just open this up a little bit, like on a more minute level, right? So when we get this this test up here at yesterday's close, we break down. Let me just use the arrows, right? So you get exhaustion with the buyers. We break down, we retest, we break down again. That's a lower high. And then now I'm looking to take the breakdown of this level right here, right? So didn't really catch it exactly, but you know, enter the position here again at 45, 56, 75, right? So moving down again, we're going back down into yesterday's low. Let me just take off those arrows. And then we start having that rotation around yesterday's low, right? So I stopped out here when we broke above yesterday's low. So stopped out, kind of break even on that trade. Went short here, and this was a loss right here. That's when I started to get chopped up and stopped out right here at yesterday's close because the buying was coming in really strong after this bubble right here. Big buying coming in to break yesterday's close, so I just stopped out. And we moved up all the way to this top central pivot. Let's see, rotated underneath that a little bit. Got a break. This is VWAP here, so couldn't really break above VWAP. Rotated around VWAP as well. Let's see, let me point that out. Right, so that red line right there, that's VWAP. Let's see, did I take any more entries on this? We got the breakdown here again. This is a good breakdown structure right here. After VWAP, you get this consolidation here, retest after we break down. Let me just use the arrow. Right, so we break VWAP. You get the exhaustion with the buyers here. Nice selling, breaking this this low right here, and a nice flush down for the break of the value area low, right? So all these are like little setups within if you want to scalp with Bookmap, it's pretty easy to scalp with Bookmap. But I'm not really a scalper. I'm just trying to catch bigger moves, but yet still sometimes with the volatility, I scalp as well. So you can see when we get the breakdown of the value area low right here, you get the retest. This is a good place to go short right here. You get confirmation of the break.
Stops run ES.
Right? We come back down into yesterday's low. As you see, price starts to consolidate again. It's not moving. The momentum through yesterday's low isn't as vigorous. Then you're getting buyers. This here was a loss right here because I took a short here on the breakdown of yesterday's low. And let's see where I stopped out if I did. Because I may have just held that one because I'm thinking, well, it's just a retest, right? So we retested yesterday's close. Let's see, I didn't stop out until when. So we got big buying coming in here from yesterday's low. Right, so we came up here, we tested the lower puck level on the market profile. This is the lower puck area, right? So we tested that again. Got some rejection there, rotated to the value area low. Came back, retested here. This is overnight VPOC. So we tested that. Started to rotate lower again. Broke value area low again. Right, so you can see, let's see here. Again, we're rotating and we're getting exhaustion with the buyers here at VWAP, right? So that's VWAP, that red line. We got the breakdown, big selling coming in here for the value area low breakdown. Got the retest and another breakdown, right? Came back and retested it again. So all these are like decent setups to go short, right? But then price started to really kind of like rotate around this yesterday's low, between yesterday's low and value area low. So the short wasn't really working out that well. That's where I kind of gave back some of the profit. Right, you can see here again is the same kind of setup. Exhaustion with the buyers at VWAP. Breakdown of value area low, big selling. Let's see here. Right, break value. We broke yesterday's low again, and still rotation around that. So that's where I kind of gave up here when I realized like, okay, we're not breaking down from yesterday's low. We keep getting buyers coming in here, and I'm not seeing where I actually closed that trade. Let me just make that smaller. So eventually, right now, we're sitting where we actually broke yesterday's low again. But right now, this is risky trading to go in here and start taking any shorts, in my opinion, anyway. So that was basically the trade right there, and that's how I was reading the order flow using Bookmap. This here was the profit for the day for today, and yeah, that's it for the recap, man. It was a good day. I mean, I read the rejection from the news properly, and got all of this right here. Let me see if I could. Right, so basically went short from here all the way to yesterday's low. Right, so that was the trade right there. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.